Well, what's up guys, welcome to your second video of the day. So I thought I would do a video giving my thoughts on Mr. Christopher Ingham rules. Now, I will start to read you out some of the posts that I put out on my community posts section on my YouTube channel. Unfortunately I can't do that because obviously I'm recording on my phone. And what I would need is another device so I can then go onto YouTube and read the comments of the device, because obviously I'm using my camera on my phone to record my videos, and if I close my camera app, the video would restart, like the video basically stop recording. But if you guys wanted to, you could go onto my community posts and you can read what I wrote about, Christopher Ingham on there. I mean, as you guys will know, I have been very vocal about the Inghams on my channel and how I will never support or condone what they do, and how I will never support or condone what he did. At the end of the day, I think that, to be honest with you, I think I've always believed that the allegations were true. I don't think there's ever been a point where I've ever believed the allegations weren't true, or I doubted that they were true. I think the reason why I don't really doubt that is because there is so much kind of evidence that sort of proves what Chris did. At the end of the day, I mean, but to be honest with you, I won't believe that Chris is innocent until he actually shows, rock solid, concrete evidence that proves that he is 100% innocent. But this is the thing. Chris Ingham has never actually shown any sort of evidence that proves that he is innocent in any particular way. It just, I don't know what else to say. To be honest, it's still, appalls me the fact that he was allowed to continue posting on YouTube, posting on the platform after what he did, considering the serious nature of the allegations that were made against him, because at the end of the day, the allegations that were made against him were very, very serious, and we all know that had Jess been younger, he probably would have been arrested for what he did. But we all know that he wasn't arrested because Jess was 16, so therefore legal age of consent, and therefore he hadn't committed a criminal offence in the eyes of the law. He'd done nothing wrong, as obviously here in the UK the legal age of consent is 16. But had that girl been younger, he probably, he undoubtedly would have been arrested and locked up. We all know that. It amazes me that he's been allowed to kind of continue living his life as normal, walking around as a free man after what he did. At the end of the day, when someone is accused of something so serious like child grooming, for instance, what right do they have to continue posting on any public social media platform, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok? They don't have a right. I feel like they lose that right to continue posting on any public social media platform after serious allegations like that are made against them. At the end of the day, YouTube, it amazes me. YouTube talk about being in full support of child safety, and talk about how important child safety is and things like that. And it's like, how can YouTube say that they care about child safety when they've allowed people like Chris Ingham to continue posting on the platform after such serious allegations were made against him? This is ridiculous. It amazes me that people, continue to try and deny what he did, and continue to try and say that the allegations are not true when there is so much evidence that proves that they are true. The only people that really believe that the allegations are not true are the IFAM. And of course the IFAM are going to believe they're not true. Why would they believe they're true? It's just ridiculous. At the end of the day, I do feel sorry for Jess, Jess and the other victims who, spoke out about what Chris did, for the way that they were treated by some people. The fact that people would accuse them of lying and making stuff up, when I think about it, I look at it and I think, like, what reason did that girl have for lying about something like that, lying about something that's so serious, or making up something that's so serious? I'm sure she would have known the consequences that she would face, if it was actually untrue. You know, my viewpoint on it has always been, well, why did Chris not sue that girl and her family if what she was, if what she, hey, if what she alleged wasn't true? If what she said wasn't true, how come she's never sued her and her family? That's what doesn't add up. You've also got to look at the fact that they've not been back to Orlando, Florida, and I doubt they ever will return. I would be absolutely shocked. I would be gobsmacked if that ever did happen. If he did ever attempt that. But I think people need to start accepting that they are that they, even though they said they will go back to America, it will never happen. Chris will never have the balls to go back there. He will never be brave enough to go back to America and go back to Orlando after what he did. Simple as that. I do. At the end of the day, when someone speaks out about something like that, something that is so serious, they don't deserve to not be believed by people. Like, they don't deserve to be accused of lying and making something up. It's sad. That people would treat girls like Jess like that. It's like if it was your child who had been groomed by someone and they spoke out about it, you would want your child to be believed. You wouldn't want people to accuse your child of lying and making stuff up. So imagine how Jess's parents feel knowing that people have attacked their daughter, people have basically attacked their daughter and accused their daughter of lying and making stuff up. Nobody deserves to, when they speak out about something like that, they don't deserve to not be believed. It has to be said, when people speak out about things like that, they 100% deserve to be believed. And I 100% believe them because there is evidence, there is a decent amount of evidence that proves what he did. If there wasn't a lot of evidence that proved it and actually proved what he did, I would be a lot more doubtful about it. I wouldn't be so 100% certain about it. I wouldn't really be, in full support of the girl that spoke out about what he did. But because there is so much evidence there that proves what he did, that's why I don't doubt the allegations are true. Anyone with an ounce of common sense, people with common sense know it's true. Nobody, it's only people who weren't born without any common sense that would try to defend someone like Chris. Obviously what he did was bad enough, but the fact that Sarah has stood by him after what he did and had three more kids by him, and I feel sorry for for the kids as well. Like, it must be so hard for them, like, going out and about. And obviously, the amount of times they probably had to hear someone calling their father a pedo in public. It's probably been very hard for them. And obviously, when anyone mentions it on Esme's TikTok or Isabel's TikTok, of course, Esme and Isabel fire back, saying that it's not true because they've been told to say that. They've been told to lie and claim that it's not true. That's what Chris and Sarah have obviously told them to do. What the girls have obviously been told to do whenever anyone mentions the allegations or mentions that Chris is a child room or whatever, they've been told to say, it's not true and all that. That's what they've been told to say. It's ridiculous at the end of the day that people believe that Chris is in it. Even now, people are still treating Chris like the victim, even after what he did. It's sad that he was given a platform. After what he did, he should never have been allowed to continue posting on the platform after what he did. How the fuck can YouTube say they care about child safety when they're allowing proven child rumors to continue posting on their platform? That really speaks volumes about how much YouTube really do care about child safety. Simple as that. I mean, how can they talk about caring about child safety considering the amount of inappropriate stuff that is allowed on the platform? It's ridiculous. You know, YouTube don't give a damn about child safety, and they've proven that time and time again, time and time and time and time and time and time again. It has to be said. You know, there's no, as I said, I will never ever doubt that the allegations made against Chris were not true. Why would anyone believe they're not? Let's face it, you'd have to be a numpty to believe that the allegations against him weren't true. Which we all know they're not. Which we all know they are. And we all know that, the people that are claiming it's not true are a pair of absolute bellends. It's just ridiculous. I mean, as I said, Chris has never shown any evidence, any rock solid concrete evidence that proves he is innocent. Until he actually shows evidence proving that, I refuse to believe it. I will only believe that he is innocent when he shows rock solid concrete evidence proving that. Until then, I'm not going to believe he's innocent. At the end of the day, it's like, people should only be believed if they have evidence. If they don't have evidence proving they're innocent, don't believe them. I've always admired Jess and the other people who spoke out about what Chris did, for the fact that they had the strength and the bravery and courage to speak out about things like that. Because, it does take a lot of strength and a lot of courage for, girls to speak out about things like that. And it does take, you do have to, it takes a lot of bravery to speak out about things like that. It's just sad that there are so many idiots out there and vile scumbags out there who accuse them of lying and making things up. Who are so adamant. It's just sad that there are so many numpties out there who are so adamant that Chris did nothing wrong. As we all know that's absolute bullshit. We all know what he did. We all know that there's evidence out there that proves what he did. Which is why it makes me laugh so much when the iPhone claimed he didn't do anything, and when the iPhone claimed that he didn't actually do anything, because there's evidence out there that there is actually rock solid concrete evidence out there that proves otherwise. It really, really does make me laugh. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for talking about this. I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for, voicing my opinion on this, but I don't really care. This had to be said for the most part. I will never ever support or condone what he did. Some people might be willing to do that. Some people might be willing to support him after what he did and condone what he did. But I'm not gonna do that. Why would I want to defend a proven child rumor? Why would anyone want to defend a proven child rumor? Of course, if you're a deluded Muppet iPhone, then yeah, you are gonna stand by and stick by a proven child rumor and defend them no matter what they do. The iPhone are so bloody stupid, it's unbelievable. And, do they really think they're doing a good thing by defending Chris? Because they're not doing a good thing by defending him at all. They're doing it. What they are doing is completely and utterly out of order. Chris does not deserve to be defended after what he did. We all know the guy should have been permanently fucking banned from YouTube after what he did because of, the serious nature of the allegations. But the fact that he was allowed to continue posting on the platform after what he did, it's disgusting. And people are not going to stop bringing it up. People, we are going to keep, people like myself and others are going to keep bringing it up time and time again. We'll scream it from the rooftops if we have to. You know, Chris is as guilty as fuck, and we've known that for a very long time. Chris is not innocent. Anybody who believes that he is innocent is a fucking moron. How can anyone in their right fucking mind believe that clown is innocent when there is so much evidence that proves he's not? I have said my piece on this, really. You know, I've said enough about this. I've spoken about this a lot. Do I think people are wrong for to bringing up these allegations? No, I don't. I think people should bring it up as much as they need, as much as they want, because the allegations are true, and we all know they are. You know, it's just ridiculous. I mean, there's so much proof as well online of his inappropriate behaviour towards Isabel when she was a teenager, as well. You know, add that to inappropriate flawed titles and thumbnails he uses. You know, for the majority of the time, it's unbelievable. You know, everything about Chris says he is a dirty, creepy pervert. That's what I think. He is a pervert and a child groomer. Always has been, always will be, and that's never gonna change. I don't care whether people think that's unfair or not, but it has to be said. He is a dirty, filthy child groomer, and that is never gonna change. And no one has ever gonna convince me otherwise. No one's ever gonna convince me that he's innocent. Because there is no evidence that proves he is innocent. This is the thing here. There is not a single fucking piece of solitary evidence that proves that Chris is innocent. There is too much evidence out there that proves what Chris did. You know, that's why I believe the allegations are true, because of the amount of evidence there is out there that proves that the allegations were in fact true. I don't doubt for a single second that those allegations are not true. That those allegations are true. I don't. There's not a single part of me that believes they're not true. I know the allegations are true. We all know that the allegations that made against Chris were true. And well, anyone with an ounce of common sense knows that the allegations are true. Of course, you're never gonna convince the moronic, deluded, fucking idiotic high fan of anything otherwise. Because they're too fucking brainwashed to actually see sense. But we all know what the truth is, and we all know what Chris Ingham is. And we're never gonna stop talking about it. You know, the people who, we will never be silenced. We will keep talking about what Chris did, we'll keep bringing it up. It's never gonna go away. No matter how hard Chris and Sarah try to make it go away, it will never go away. Because we're never gonna let it go away. We're gonna keep bringing it up time and time again as much as we have to. You know, it's as simple as that. I've said all I needed to say on this, to be honest. There's not really anything else I really actually have to say. You know, I just don't. I mean, it's ridiculous, as I said, that people can't see him for the fucking guilty son of a bitch that he is. That's what he is. He is a guilty motherfucker. We all know he is. We all know he is. You know, simple as that. I hope you enjoyed this video anyway, and I'll see you for another one soon. Bye bye.